Let's move now to the games being played with the crown on our currency. He was the Treasurer yesterday.
I don't see a massive rush to change the $5 note, but nor do I think it should be especially controversial for a country like ours to consider and consult on what we want to do with the $5 note going forward.
Joining me now, former Liberal Senator and the current Chairman of the Australian Monarchist League, Eric Abetz. Eric Abetz, thank you. He's making the point there at the start of that grab that he's not moving immediately to remove the Queen from the $5 note, but nor is he, as has been our custom, accustomed to put the monarch on the $5 note. It's by law, the practice to put the monarch on the coins. But he's making the point there, Jim Chalmers, that he's got a very much an open mind to not putting the monarch on our $5 note. Now, there was a poll in the Fairfax papers, 90-odd% of us a couple of days ago wanted to see Prince Charles on the $5 note. There's 4 other notes that can have anybody else on the front or the back of them. Why are the games being played, do you think?
This is a government that is committed to forcing a republic on the Australian people, whether we want it or not. So they've appointed an assistant minister with all the trappings of office, with public funding, all the resources of government available to him and their pro-republic campaign, in contrast to what the Australian people want. You've got the Fairfax poll, you've got the Roy Morgan poll recently indicating that 60% of Australians want to continue with a constitutional monarchy. So what this is doing is another step of a very sly, underhand campaign to try to desensitise us and move us into the republic. I think the Australian people will see through the move, and if Anthony Albanese continues as he has, and if I might say, I think he's handled the demise of Her Majesty exceptionally well, and with the ascension of King Charles, and the right and proper thing to do is to have the crown, now King Charles, on the $5 note, and then should we decide one day to become a republic, then the game will be different. But the people clearly want our constitutional monarchy because it served us so well. Peter, can I remind your listeners that in the Democracy Index, the top 10 democratic countries, 7 out of 10 of them are, you've guessed it, constitutional monarchies. The worst 50 are all republics. What does that tell you?
Oh, we got the issue though. Please, Eric.
Yeah, what we've got is a wonderful tapestry of rich history going back to the King of Australia, and it served us so exceptionally well for 121 years, and not a single person has been able to tell us how the body politic of Australia or individual Australians will be better off if we junk a well-tried and true and tested, proven system for some unknown republic.
Eric Abetz, you're spot on. Thank you. I'm sure we'll be talking to you about this often in the coming period of time. Right, I'm going to leave it there. But Eric Abetz makes a very big point. They have the machinery of government. We know there'll be no referendum this term. So taxpayers paying for the Yes campaign for a whole term of Parliament, and there'll be no campaign funded publicly to contend with some of the nonsense you're being told.